Hey everybody, welcome to the Protection Warrior Green Man Challenge. There's our little denied Protection Warrior. Uh, we're here in the Refuge Point in Rafi, getting ready to start. Got some mail, so let's go find a mailbox. I don't think there's one here. There's one of the few inns without a mailbox. I'll see if I can find one close.
Hey there.
That Memphis
Safe
close
travel.
enough. And if you're new, the Green Man Challenge is basically the Iron Man Challenge with green armor. Pretty self-explanatory. And also, we'll be here between 6 and 8, Monday through Saturday most of the time. Next week, I'll be off for a few days. But most of the time, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Different challenge every night. Mostly challenges, you can find the rules for them on wildchallenges.com. That's where I get mine from, and that's what I go by. Biggest thing is you can't die. That's the hardest part of it. Okay, I got the wind cloth sold for almost 6 gold. For some reason, Mel Wars does not want to sell. So, while I'm here, I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff.
Hi.
All the beginning stuff I usually do. So basically, I'll really be getting that bag if it's going to be too much. I should have enough.
Watch your back.
I should have enough space, so I'm not going to worry about it. I can always grab another bag if I need it. Got one more slot left. Now let's back to Refuge Point and see what I can pick up.
What can I do for you? See you around.
Yeah, well, there's one quest here I never take. It's an escort quest, and I just don't like those. But we'll be able to do most of them. I kind of like the ones at Stromgarde. Even though they're tricky, they're tough. I still like them. Because you don't have to get troll collard when you're Lions. Let's see what we got here.
Can I help you?
Captain wants us to go to Northfold Manor
Farewell.
and collect 10 badges from the Syndicate people that have taken it over. We'll take Maras, but I'm not going to take... Don't take Otto and Falconers. They are way, way too much for a
Glad to
challenger.
meet you.
You can almost take your dead. I don't like those. That's coming up later.
Off
That's
with you.
Witherbark Trolls. Maras is
Well
inside
met.
Stromgarde, so now that's the one I don't take.
Go with honor, friend.
So we'll be taking the Northfold Manor. I don't even know why I'm mounting up. There's so many animals in this thing. Barathi is probably one of those densely packed areas outside of Stranglethorn. No matter how much you kill, there always seems to be a ton left. You don't want to try to outrun it, because if you do, you're going to wind up with a ton of other stuff following you. I forgot I got to kill the sound. All my strikes seem to come from catching the wrong kind of sound effects, or maybe a song, background song is copyrighted or something. All I know is when I killed the sound, I've killed all my. I haven't got a copyright strike yet. So, it's outside of Facebook. Facebook, I don't know what. I told them I unpublished my page. That the reason I was leaving was they would tell me I was getting copyright strikes and not tell me why. You can't correct a mistake if you don't know what it is. So if you remember the Facebook page and you're here, welcome. Basically the same thing as we're doing there. That's why I came to YouTube instead of Facebook. Facebook's a mess. It really is. If you want to learn to stream, it's actually decent because there's no pressure. But it's a real pain. Didn't used to be. I started a couple of years ago. It was like really nice. Didn't have to worry about anything or all that. Then just about the last 6 months or so, started up with copyright strike, copyright strike. Well, I don't know. They won't tell you why. YouTube will tell you why. That's what I like about it. If you do make a mistake, they'll tell you why, so you can correct it. I mean, there we go. These highwaymen, I really don't like those guys. They're basically rogues. Here we go. This is fun. This is where it's going to be a real blast. This is where revenge comes in. Flush up the ignore pain. See how I combat and gear up for the next one. A few devastates, maybe a shield strike. This is one of the few places you really have to watch these guys running. Because they will run into their buddies. Oh great. This is not gonna be funny at all. Okay. I tried. It's the best fight I could put up. Protection warrior is a little bit tough to deal with. Probably won't make one of those again for a while. Protection warrior, I think, really needs people around it to really do a lot because it's easy to get in situations like that. Oh well, let's go with Tauren Shaman. Not spec yet. Oh, you're gonna lose a few. You're gonna lose more than a few. You're gonna lose a bunch of them. The highest I ever got was 32 on the new system, of course. Would have been like 64 on the other one. Anyway, here we are. We gotta clean the Thunderhorn water well, and then go find more Clodstalker and go do the caravan thing. I think when I roll up into the backup, I'm gonna make it with Affliction Warlock. I normally do it by random, but I get these urges sometimes. I haven't done Affliction Warlock in a while. Okay, here we go. Before I got lightning shield by now. Nope. There we go. One wall cleansed. You can always tell it's cleaned by the purple glow. So you know that's ready to go. Then just follow the trail of bodies back out. You get your clean path home. I'll select the mold, turn this one and that one in. Since this is a green man, we're going to go the full way, go all the way around the other side, and do them. Normally I don't do them because I do on Iron Man, and you don't need the green armor, so why bother going through all the hassle? But for Green Man, you're going to need it, so we're going a little further with him than I usually do. And here we go. It seems they attacked the Goblin caravan, and they pretty much destroyed it, but they don't know what's in it. So you gotta go check the documents, see what they're shipping. You think if you attack a caravan, you would at least check the loot. You know, they just wrecked it and left it. And it doesn't sound too realistic to me either. But that's the way it is. So now you gotta go check it out. Don't be scared of ogres. These little ogres are really nothing to worry about. Even little rares aren't anything to worry about. There is one in here. I'm not really sure. I don't really see what the value is in the Earthbind totem, except maybe in dungeons. And it doesn't work on half the things, and it's not really necessary. Oh, looked at the documents. Turns out that I'm gonna take him back to Moore. Maybe he can read them. Maybe he reads Goblin. I still gotta get to go back to Mull and turn in that water well. So I'm gonna do that one down here. Oh yeah, totally down here. I'm not gonna go back in the middle. If I die, it's not gonna matter. We're going to go up to level 9 as soon as I turn this quest in. So not really a point in doing it. Okay, to view the documents. Yeah, it seems that they're trying to steal the resources. Now they did a little bit of mining. They're carrying out the ore, so they got to put a stop to that. Want to steal 7 workers and the supervisor, and bring back the supervisor's clipboard so you can see what else they're planning. And now, level 9, you finally get your lightning shield. Remember, there used to be like 4 different shields. Lightning and Earth were the most useful. I loved my lightning shield. Anytime something comes after you, it hits you, the shield hits it. Same basic thing as classic, except it lasts longer. It doesn't have just 3 charges. Has a timer, it lasts 30 minutes. It doesn't hit them hard. It deals 5 nature damage to anything that attacks you, just enough to make it interesting and speed things up a little bit. So you flame tongue your weapon, get the lightning shield up. Just don't get too fearless. If you don't get enough workers going up, don't worry about it. There's enough workers in the mine, you can still more than do this. Just have to watch out for Fitzsprocket. And the fact that I forgot to tune my Hearthstone to Bloodhoof, so it means I can't Hearth back. First time I managed to kill him without throwing a fireball. And the bad part of Shaman, there are no real AoEs. There's 3. Unlike Classic, you don't have to kill supervisors. However, it's a good idea. Because they're going to attack you anyway if you don't, so you might as well just go ahead and take them down the way you can move around without worrying about it. You do it with the War Stomp. It's about as close to the AoE as you're going to get. It is technically an AoE spell. It does have an area of effect, but what am I doing? It used to be nasty. It used to give deep wounds, which is basically like a bleed kind of thing. All your strikes would do more damage. They took that away. You know, they work this game. If anything seems to be working way too good, they take it away. This could really help you. Use it when you can, because you probably won't be using it for long. I would hearth back to Camp Naranchi, but there's no way down. Oh, there is a way. I mean, but I may try it. I think there is a way to get from Naranchi to Bloodhoof without taking the eagle. Right, I feel like fighting my way back. Camp Naranchi. And this is where you start out. Pretty sure there's a path down. People like me, they're too stupid to change their inn. Yeah, it's there. They just don't use it for the quest. You can use it to get down. If in fact you forget to switch up your Hearthstone, don't worry about it. Like, so you just use that path down, and you'll get there. But always try to change your Hearthstone. I mean, that's the big thing. Sometimes I'll be in too big a hurry and forget to do it. No sense doing it now. When we get to the other side, you can't. There is no end to hook it onto except for Thunder Bluff. That won't do you much good. I can turn this into Mull on my way up. On my way up, on my way back, whichever. Yeah. I'll go right past the guy, and why not? The shield is definitely. Always take the plus to the armor. That's a big plus to your armor. Blood of Force Shield. Now we get to talk to Zoroark 2 Moons about the next step in our journey, which is the last step of the Rites of the Earth Mother, which is technically the storylines holding this all together. Each area has its own storylines, but the overall storyline for Mulgore is that you're taking the Rites of the Earth Mother, which is sort of their rite of passage. Yep. There's only one more to go. The problem is if I do hit level 10 on the other side before I'm done over there, I'd have to go back up to Thunder Bluff, fly back down to Bluff, take my riding training, put a mount on, and then go back to Thunder Bluff, fly back, and then go down out the other side. You can't fly back. So up Thunder Bluff, go down to the middle rise and get out that way. Okay, the venture company, all the workers are gone, and the clipboard. Don't really need a weapon at this stage because I would basically be using the weapons for stats. So we'll use the armor. Now it's like the Zorman 2 moons. But this is where I usually stop, hit up the Thunder Bluff, and go on to the next area. But being the Green Man, we can actually do this part because we need to get greens. And we don't have any greens at this point. Need to get one green by level 20, well, level 9. The old rule was you should have a full set of greens by level 20. And usually you can work it out. But see, we don't need to do all the starting areas with Green Man. Because basically Green Man leveling is the regular leveling. I mean, it's where you're supposed to be for most of these places. So we don't have to mess around with doing all the Duratar stuff, and then do all the Blood Elf stuff, and then come back and do it. Now, you don't have to do all that. Just take the regular path you would take normally if you're leveling a torrent. There's old Zarman. Now, to do the last step, you have to drink this water while you're standing in front of the ceremonial fire. And the water vision, and away we go again. This time, instead of a bird, turns you into a ghost wolf. If you're a non-shaman and you're playing a Tauren, enjoy this while you can, because it's the last time you'll see Ghost Wolf. But if you're a shaman, this is going to become a regular part of your diet here. Ghost Wolf will be as familiar to you as anything. It's like druids and polymorphs. But not as bad as a Feral or Guardian druid where you stay in your bear form or cat form most of the time. I mean, you'll get very used to using this. This is basically the mount you use before you get your mount. It's a plus 30% to your ground speed. It's about half mount speed. But it's still faster you can go on your own. Plus, if you're in Ghost Wolf, you have herbalism. You can pick herbs while you're polymorphed as a druid, and not break polymorph. Mining, no. Mining, you'll break it. But, and the ray vision gets your armor. And you have to make a wild main totem to cleanse the last water well. But she wants to get 4 prairie alpha teeth from the prairie wolf alphas. Which makes sense. Good place to get alpha teeth from the alphas. He wants you to donate the right of wisdom, which means you go to Red Rocks and talk to the ancestral spirit. Red Rocks is their high level burial ground. Like all the chiefs are buried there. Any outstanding heroes of Tauren's descent are in there. So you have to talk to the spirit and kill 8 interlopers along the way, because the bristleback have started to desecrate their burial ground. They don't like that at all. So take care of those. And this all goes to the bristleback. While on the way, you're going to pass a harpy area. You want 6 blue and 6 bronze feathers for a headdress he's making for a ceremony for his brother. So we're taking care of that. So they get this stuff all cleared off here. We'll need to keep this crap laying around that we can't use. Getting really, really close to getting our spec too, which is another good thing. Red Lantern Robe. 0.2 is not good enough. It's something closer to 1. Now that, yeah. That, yeah. If they sell a bunch of them, you know you got a good chance of selling it. There's a whole theory behind that. You can always sell cloth. Almost always. If you want, that's about a sure sale, unless you're a tailor. The only reason to keep cloth is you're a tailor. There's no need to vendor it. Just take it to the auction house, get what you can for it. And 90% of the time, you will be able to sell cloth no matter what server you're on. Prairie Wolf Alpha. Sometimes you just can't get away from it. You back up, it moves forward. That's when you say the heck with it. And there is one of the teeth. It says they prowl around the base of Thunderbluff. Doesn't mean you have to be right against Thunderbluff to get it. Those things leap, have a nasty habit of leaping into you, literally, as in becoming a part of you. We're getting pretty close. No rule that says you have to wait for the quest to send you there to go to Thunderbluff. So if you hit level 10, let's go straight there. Originally, you hit there here, like this was like the first time you were in the city kind of deal. But it's almost nobody gets that feeling anymore. They don't require it. I remember the big deal you first got into the city for the first time, like in Darnassus or Ironforge is what I really remember. The first time you see the Great Forge is like an awesome experience. Now I go, oh, that's nice. It's a cute little animation. Yeah. No shame to admit, when I was half sleepy and flew into Darnassus, that ancient scared the crap out of me. For the longest time, I wouldn't fly to Darnassus if I was kind of tired. That thing would just freak me out. Ancients are the most peaceful people around until you get excited. I mean, in a war, you don't want to go up against one, but they're actually the most peaceful things on the planet. I mean, you'd think looking at it'd be like really massive, nasty. No, they're actually very peaceful. If you were at the Battle of Wildwood River, you know what they're like when they get upset. Battle of Wild Bend River, that was in the BFA. I wish the new players could go back and play through some of those pre-patches. It would explain a lot. I mean, the good thing is we'll hit level 10 before we go over to the Wild Red Rocks. So, yep, see what I mean? When we come back down, we'll get the cleansing totem and go cleanse the water well. But right now, I'm going to go back up, fly back to Bloodhoof. Because, quite frankly, I'm not. Oh, that's right. I got the Ghost Wolf. Now, this is. Always remember, this is not stealth. It's just a polymorph. It basically polymorphed into a wolf. It's calling it Ghost Wolf gives you the wrong impression. You're not invisible. You're not in stealth. Things will sense you and attack you. Things will see you and attack you. I mean, but calling it Ghost Wolf is kind of a misnomer. Nothing ghostly about it. It's just a polymorph into a wolf. Since technically druids are the ones that polymorph, they had to do something. So they made it slightly transparent and called it Ghost Wolf. I bet rogues go into stealth and I forgot where they were. They were so good at stealth I couldn't even see them. Guys looking about polymorphs to fly anyway, so. Back down to Bloodhoof to my racial riding trainer. Get my apprentice riding and go back. Finish up. That's the only way you use a mount in Mulgore is if you're coming back from something. There are many things to do along the way. Okay, I learned to ride. Now I'll get my riding training. And let's see what kind of mount I can get to him. Oh yeah, with the flying mount. There's a whole bunch of those. Don't know if I want to use the Darkmoon Bear. Why not the High Mountain? That's it's a Tauren mount. Now I'll back up to the bluff. I'll get my spec. I don't use Resto Shaman. Resto Shaman has almost no DPS to it. Not worth trying to level it. But if you want to be a healer, it's one of the best there is. The winner is Elemental Shaman. Yes. Good. I don't have to go looking around for another one-handed weapon. The Enhancement used two one-handed weapons. Okay, there's not going to be any big change in the action bar. You basically get what you have. I don't know why they've already given you a new one. Yeah, nothing changes at all for Elemental. You do get Mastery. You do get Earth Shock. That's what I gotta find a place for. Elemental. Yeah, you do get Earth Shock, so I'm not gonna use the totem anyway, so I'll put that up here somewhere. Earth Shock is very useful. It's a combination of stone and lightning. Just basically it crushes you while it's electrocuting you. It's kind of a horrible way to go, actually. There you go, the middle rise. Take the lift down. While I'm waiting, I'll fire up my lightning shield again. You only get 30 minutes on that shield. Then you gotta fire it up again. It's no big deal. It's just gotta keep remembering if it's up or not. Sometimes I'll be in the middle of battle and not realize I dropped my shield. It's like from 100, sometimes I won't realize my pet's dead. Yeah, you get so into it, you forget. I never forgot something. Oh yeah, I forgot to heal my pet. It's like going out of town and tell somebody to feed you goldfish. And here's the water well. Remember Classic, Goblins got this one. It's still a part of the little goblin village around. Elementals more likely to use lightning bolt weapon as opposed to enhancement, which is the other way around. And of course, at the end of a fight, the Earth Shock will always pop up. If it's going to pop up, it'll pop up at the end of the fight. Wait a minute, no, I can't. I have to make the totem first. Did I not take? Did I get that memo? There we go. That's Earth Shock. See, I forgot to pick the quest up. Because that would be way too easy coming off Thunderwolf right next to the place. Wing all teeth, forgot to get the totem. Yeah, I forgot to get the totem. I wonder why I didn't have anything to click on. Forgot one of the basic rules of World of Warcraft. You have to turn the quests in for them to work. Yeah, it goes for every MMO. You have to turn the quests in for them to actually award you. Right. If you have an MMO that auto completes everything, that would be awesome. Never had to go back, turn it, and just give the idea of Mike Morhaime for free for his new project. Yeah, if every quest auto complete, of course you have to have 6 million experience points to get the second level or something to make up for it. Because the whole idea of having to come back to turn it in was to slow things up. A lot of these things were made when there were only 60 levels. They weren't planning any expansions. They were going to leave it just at 60. So they wanted to make it as long as it could to get up there without getting you bored. The expansions started coming along. People started getting interested in that. When people came along, more expansions came along, got to the point where you had to make it faster to go through the levels. To the point where we basically had a crisis on Infinite Earths here, and squashed it all down into like you only have to do one expansion. You have to pick it. And that was like our version of Crisis. You get to pick one. And since one of them, here's the silly part, is one of the ones you can pick is Cataclysm. So it's like you never have to leave mainland Azeroth. What fun is that? That's for people that have already been through all the expansions. They don't really care about going back to them. They haven't seen Mount Hyjal more than once. So other than for elemental throw lightning bolts, is you get Maelstrom for lightning bolts, and you get for well, that's all for now. Lightning bolts are the only place you can get Maelstrom from at this point. Eventually, you get Lava Surge. They'll give you like 10. Lightning bolts give you about 8. You need about 60 to trigger a fire shot, flame shot, air shot. I'll get around these times. Flame shot, you already got. But once you get Lava Surge and Lightning Bolt rolling, that comes up fairly regular. The more Maelstrom generators you wind up with, the faster it gets up. Dude, that makes sense. You know, don't have to be heavily into the numbers in World of Warcraft to figure that one out. I mean, the more Maelstrom generators you have, the faster you can generate Maelstrom. That's basically what I call common sense. That you have more generators, you get more Maelstrom. It's like we need more electricity for our city. What do we do? Build another power plant. There we go. We got our shock up. Red Rocks. I was looking for the harpies, but like everywhere else, nobody wants the harpies. So we'll just have to Okay, a calf. Yeah, that's just a calf. And torn are like 8 feet tall. So you figure, this thing's probably about 10 feet, about 9, 10 feet at the shoulder, and that's just a baby. It would be a horrible way to go. Get crushed by being left kids. This probably have as maelstroms like energy and anything else. If you don't use it, if you don't keep generating it, it's going to go. It's going to start decaying. That's all of that. There's the ancestral spirit. If you've seen this place again in Children's Week, that's why I want to make sure people know where it is. You're passing the duty of protecting Thunder Bluff on to me. That's nice. That's why it's part of rites of passage. You get the charge of taking care of Thunder Bluff, which is why you wind up 6 million miles away in Outland. A little hard to protect Thunder Bluff from another dimension. Yeah. By the way, they don't tell you where things are anymore. Yeah, you can outrun them, but around here it doesn't make much sense to try because you're just going to give yourself more problems. Oh yeah, there's Heartbeat Country. Now, the trick is the blue ones are on the matriarchs, the bronze ones are on the sorceresses. So you can pretty much tell what you're going for and what type of harpy you got. Keep thinking that flame tongue is something coming after me. There we go. Yes, who gets off first, you or me? That's an azure feather. And just because it's outside designated area doesn't mean it's not legal. I mean, Remember the Barrens? When you get to the Barrens, you'll be able to get beaks off planeswalkers to the other end of the plane. I mean, all this roughly in the area, and it's called that. It counts. And once again, we're just behind somebody. This is always a fun experience. And that's why I like Flame Shock. It's got a damage over time effect. And that's got 2 blue feathers. I need, it says Azure, but Azure is a form of, but actually these feathers are more teal than Azure, but they want to be fancy and call them Azure feathers, blue feathers. And bronze feathers on the matriarchs. That's 2 blue, 1 bronze. There we go. It has 2 of each now. Doesn't really matter which ones you get till you get all of, you need 1. Then you kind of a little bit more picky. Yeah, I'll put my casting time against her casting time any day of the week. Oh, I saw a blue one over here. I'm not trying to go blue bronze, but it just seems to be happening that way. I am a gear about a second to head start. The Azure feather is actually purple. Don't let it confuse you. Who knows? Maybe on Azeroth, Azure is purple. It's only in our world that's blue. Now we're getting close to being a little bit pickier. Go be needing matriarchs. Yeah, why waste mana? You know he's going to die anyway. Okay, need 1 of each. And we should be able to clean that up here. Move on to the next round. I'm not sure how that would die, but I don't care. As long as it dies, that's the important thing. I don't really care if it dies of old age. As long as it's down and I get credit for it. That's the important thing. Okay, that completes the entire objective. And we're heading back to camp. So this is a very special place. I'll only do it on Green Man Torrens. So You don't get to see this often. I forget what level it is to get Lava Surge. Lava Blast. Lava Burst. Level 11. Next time up. That generates 10 Maelstrom. That really gets it rolling. And you get a nice little belt. So I mean about having a complete set of greens by the time you level 20. That was for the bristlebacks and all. Now this is for the feathers. The only thing he has to do is make the headdress and attend the ceremony. This is as far as his part goes. So now he can make the headdress. And there's Lava Burst. Deals 40 fire damage, generates 10 Maelstrom. The big one is generates 10 Maelstrom. And that's all we're done. That's all we do here. So settle up, boys, and head for Orgrimmar. I know there's some of you out there groaning because we're going to have to take the Zeppelin to Orgrimmar, but it can't be helped. You know the rule. You can't fly there unless you've been there. And he spent his entire career so far in Mulgore, so. We have to spend the eternal wait. I kind of wish you could wait for this place in the Maw, on Shadowlands in general, because the Shadowlands time doesn't pass, so you won't be able to tell you've been waiting there forever. Where am I going? Yeah, I can't fly there. I got a zip there. Just missed it. Oh crap. That means we gotta wait for the next one. So not only do we have to wait, we have to have the longest wait possible. It used to be they had two Zeppelins on these routes. One would be leaving Orgrimmar about the same time the other would be leaving Thunder Bluff. So it only take you 5 minutes to get a Zeppelin. I'm not sure if they still do that. But yeah, next Wednesday is Volunteer Guard Day. It's coming Wednesday. So if you wanted to have a little fun, pretend you're a guard for a couple little minutes there, that's your micro holiday. Of course, the week after that, you're gonna be busy because you got Children's Day, Children's Week on top of Darkland Fair. So yeah, I'll keep you hopping. And then what else is happening in May? Oh, the Balloon Rise. Do not forget the Balloon Festival. That's one you really should do because it is a lot of fun. Glow Cup Festival, not so much. If you haven't done it, it's worth doing. If you really want Spore Guard rep, it's good doing. But if you don't fall into one of those two categories, it's okay. Basically, you have to help this mushroom grow. That's the extent of the holiday, folks. Helping the gross mushroom grow. That's really all it is. That's why I say if you've done it before, you've done it. I mean, if you want to do it again, it's fun. It's kind of fun for a while, but it's not the kind of thing you spend all day on. Like not like the fire festival, where you go make sure you go to all the areas. And there's no currency to spend. There's no vendors. There's no big rewards. There's nothing for it. It's just basically a timeout. If you don't know where Coil Scar Lake is in Zangermarsh, you're not going to be able to find it. Ask somebody, show you on the map. I mean, it's basically where it is, Coil Scar Lake, that area. Around Sporagar. If you're not familiar with Zangermarsh, you'll find it. I know July we got Fire Festival. I think that's the next big one after Children's Week. It shouldn't be too much longer. It's the bad part. I have to get there first. To get there, you can't get out of Melgore any other way than by Zeppelin. Since they blocked the road off, I think Tarajo got destroyed. So they built the wall across the road, basically, to keep the Alliance out. Because Tarajo is just down the road from Thunderbluff. So there was nothing stopping them from marching an army through the Barrens, make the right to Tarajo, and go straight to Thunderbluff. So I threw up a roadblock. That's the reason for the Great Gate. They call it a gate, but it's never been opened. It's going to be the next big gate opening. Yeah. Eventually, one of these days, they're going to give all of Kalimdor to Horde and give all of Eastern Kingdoms to the Alliance. And that gate will go away. That's my feeling anyway. That was supposed to be the way the Veil of Azeroth was originally intended to come out. It was Horde to be able to control of Kalimdor, and Alliance would get the Eastern Kingdoms. But for some reason, they changed it to coming out of Draw. It would come out of Draw the other way. But I think what they wanted to do was they wanted to set up Shadowlands. So they had Sylvanas basically desert them after killing their leaders in battle, and this kind of more Battle for Azeroth just kind of stopped. I think that's what really started getting people leaving. There wasn't any real end to it. It just kind of stopped. People wanted to see a definite conclusion to that because where they were plugging it was like this was the ultimate battle, sort of like the Armageddon of Azeroth. Yeah, didn't happen. Yeah, might as well sit down. It's gonna be a while before that comes back. This is the worst part. Waiting for this level. This is why I always make sure I get this. What? No. Nothing till the 27th. 27th? Yeah. No, that's on the 27th. Nothing till then. Oh, you got all things, the other things written down there, but that was right. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Did you see the advertising? Just say, what? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's Shadowlands Keystone Master. It's a little late if you're going to try for Keystone Master. I mean, although you got time, you might have till August before the next content patch comes out. So those usually mark the end of the seasons. Won't be long now, and we'll be in beautiful, quote unquote, downtown Ogre. I kind of like the look of the original one, though. It looks more like what it was, a town built in a valley. Oh, yeah, that's right. I never turned in during Thunderbluff. Oh, well. I'll just untrack it and turn it in later. I'm sure I'll go back to Thunderbluff or something. I may even go back and turn that one off stream, just so it's not hanging over my head. I'll be coming back to this guy on Monday. So, once I start in the Barrens, I won't be able to come back to where I am. It's like a crossroads. So it could be a couple days before I get a chance to go back and do it. There we go. Come in, Dogramar. There we go. Open up Orgrimmar. We're not going to take the run down to Razor Hill because you don't really need to. With these guys, basically, we'll go up through the Goblin slums and head out the back door and head over to Firewatch Post. Now, this game's worth playing just for the chat. Also, I was going off on Mortal Wombats. This should be great. That'd be great. Yeah, give these little kangaroo-looking things a machine gun and go at. I love when they make this Mortal Kombat movie that they're leaving out the one finisher that everybody it's the most popular finisher in the game, but it's considered too violent for the movie. The one where I think it's Sub Zero pulls the spine out. Uh, they said that's too violent for a movie. Is that too violent for movie level Mortal Kombat? People are gonna be expecting that. You know, if you never played the game and go see the movie, you deserve what you get. Yeah, but I used to play that game all the time. I loved it. Loved like I finally get that finisher going. They're gonna leave it out of the movie. You know, somebody's gonna correct me and say no, it's somebody else. But yeah, Sub Zero is always my favorite. So I'm the guy who goes to the superhero movie and goes, oh wow, he's got against Brainiac. Not as much as Superman was. I guess the villains, yeah. Knowing they're going to not make it. I mean, Although the one superhero I really like is Deadpool. The guy's basically me. I mean, he's a total nonconformist. I love the first movie where he's counting the bullets. That is a classic Deadpool scene. Two guys left with one bullet. You guys mind standing together? Yeah, that Ryan Reynolds had to do something to make up for Green Lantern, I guess. Yeah, another one of my favorite superheroes they destroyed in the movies. Here we are, Firewatch Post. This is the usual route for. I mean, I think I'm going to go straight through. I'm not going to worry about Firewatch Post. Let's get to the good stuff. If I had an Iron Man, I need all the experience points I could get, maybe, but we're a little ahead of the game here. We go straight through. Not maybe. What the heck? Take the whole route. I don't take the caravans though. I don't take the caravans because they're bugged. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them are bugged sometimes. I don't want to take a chance on dying for no reason. Which happened to me going into Crossroads one time. Took the caravan in, ran into a cheetah. He attached to the caravan and wouldn't let go. And you can't shoot him with the gun because it's not set up for that. So here I am trying to shoot him with a gun that won't hit him. All while hoping this caravan gets there fast enough that I won't have to worry about dying. Uh, it's just a horrible situation, so I really am going to try to avoid getting into it. Note to self: clear these bags out big time before next time. Okay, they kill 8 Razorman plunderers and 3 Razorman hunters. And this is the most infamous quest in history: the 7 Planeswalker beaks. Not nearly as hard as it is in Classic. Forgot I had all my stuff done there. Need to get my shield up. Need to get my flame tongue up. I'll teach him. Anywhere in this area, all the way out, if you see a flame strider, you can get a beak off him. So I'm not real worried about getting them all from him here. But if I do get them from here, I'm not going to complain about it. There's one. It's possible to get 7 Planeswalker beaks if there's anybody else running around here. Well, -1 armor, but what's the rest of it? Haste and versatility. That's all. Nah, those are minor. Those are basically tertiary stats. I'm not really worried about. Nice to get more versatility, but Not worth dropping a little armor to get it. That's two. That's three. I don't know, my game master days will come back to haunt me. Like you're thinking, if I use flame shock, it's going to go up without a beak just because I destroyed the beak when I crushed them. Was the way I'd play if I was GM. If I was a dungeon master, that's the kind of stuff I pulled. Okay, got my flame shock up. Trick is to have it up and get next to me in your sights. And as soon as I get in range, it goes away. Not this hard to get back up. Six, I need one more. As I say, it's possible to get your seven right here if nobody else is around. If you're in a resource race for these guys, you're probably not probably best bet's going to be just go ahead and go for the razor mains and catch a few out that way. Yep, got all seven. So go turn that one in. Hit out the razor main. Never will get over those Volpera warlocks. Looks so weird that this caravan going by this Voidwalker behind it. The Volpera next to his Voidwalker. The Voidwalker's like twice the size. And that's a baby one. Yeah. No warlocks are the same way. I'm going to have to take the boots on this one. Once he go get his wolves out of the burning barn. So free his wolves. And we have to wait for the respawn. He was just ahead of us. Okay, go back, turn this in. I think really you're actually supposed to go through the barn, do everything else, come back to this, turn this in when you come back. But Not too many times I do things the way you're supposed to. Fortunately, most of these guys only give you is gold. So that's what happens when they mess around with you, try to be all fancy. What? No, I'm doing my stream. Why? Are you telling you no? No. Okay, get my hunter out of the way. Okay, got my hunter. The warlock's taking shadow shots. Get killing blows in. Who says you have to be a rogue to be a ninja? Only one more hunter. And there's my one more hunter. Okay, that's all the hunters I need. Now let's get some plunderers in. Keep forgetting I got lava burst. Why does it take me so long to get these thingies up? It's 5 of 8. We'll put this down here so I can remember I got it days ago. That's 10 meals from I'm passing up. Oh crap, a hunter. I don't need the hunter. Okay, let's go get 2 more plunderers so I can be done with this. Oh, Warlock. Look like a Death Knight there for a minute. And 1 more plunderer. Don't need the hunters. Just need the plunderers. Oh well. And now I go back and turn in Defensive Firewatch. So you guys go back in the cave we saw out there and kill 5 defenders, 5 Thornweavers, and Green Snarlsnout, the leader of this group. And while we're in there, she wants the 5 Crestwood supply crates they stole. So into the cave we go. This is really the last thing you'll do here. Kill the invaders and get back your stuff. It's not when you go straight up the middle for. You go along the sides, don't run into a whole lot of people. It helps that it's crowded. Somebody's got the old interceptor. It's the Orgrimmar interceptor from 2019, I believe, BlizzCon. I got one. That's how I know it was from. That was a BlizzCon reward for attendance. They do. You buy a virtual ticket or a regular ticket, and they give you a mount. They're forever giving away mounts. I've never seen a game to give away mounts like Blizzard. Like Blizzard, this one does. Normally, you got fight claw or pay for everything you get in an MMO. These guys give them to you. Get a mount for 6 months subscription. You get a mount for I got like 90 mounts. I couldn't tell you where I got half of them from. Allied races, classes. Everybody's got a mount. You basically only have two Maelstrom generators at this point: the lava burst and the lightning bolt. Nothing else will give you an Maelstrom. I think there are a few other things coming up a little bit. Maelstrom's like a byproduct of magic. That's what it's got like whole basis for it. And shaman magic creates Maelstrom as a byproduct. Uh, that does less damage than what we got, so don't get that. There's 3 supply crates. It's always nice when there's nobody in here. Nice and peaceful, you can get what you want. Don't have to fight anybody for it. Eventually he'll die. Question is how fast, how far is he going to get? I need some Thorn Weavers to catch up. It's usually a Thorn Weaver over here, but I'll take a Freak Rate. They hide it behind the tree, so if you don't know what it's over here, you're not going to get it. That's all 5 crates. Best way to do these things is just go straight for the boss. Don't get too caught up with little side trips. Often you can kill it completely with a dot, but it does happen. Something a lot of people don't realize is damage over time spells can critical. You can get a crit off a dot, so need 2 more Thorn Weavers and 1 more Defender. Oh, there's 1 more Defender. I still need 2 Thorn Weavers. Looks like I might get a little help with Krennic. I don't need the Defender necessarily. So I'll let the Warlock take him. Come up here and get Krennic. I can see him bring back his Tuskus Roof of Death. Now I need 2 more Thorn Weavers on the way out the door. That's about as quick as that run goes. I mean, sneaky way to do it. This is my shortcut. Oh crap, I forgot to show you off the other level and done it. He probably needs to kill. All I need is Thornweavers. If you get the first level you drop to, if you get off in that one, there's a little room that has a couple defenders and a Thornweaver too, and some crates. A little bit of everything. If you only have a few things to go. You're looking for a way to go. I don't really need plus the critical strike. I'll let him clear out the guards. Make it easier on me. You gotta be a little selfish this game. It makes it easier on me, so I'll let him do it. Okay, once I get this back and turn it in, that's going to be it for tonight. I've never lost a character. Still got a bunch down on this guy. So we'll be getting back to him Monday night. Tomorrow night's the basic challenge, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, tomorrow night's the basic challenge. The Monday's green challenge. They'll be off for a few days. So green challenge, and I'll probably be back. I'll probably be back on Friday. I'm not really sure what I'm doing that day. Probably be back on the green on Friday. Something's come up I gotta take care of, so I gotta be dark for 3 days. But there we go. Getting Phoenix Tusk, and we get the belt. Oops. Shouldn't have taken it. And, oh, hello. Hello, caravan. Right from you. Give us supply crates. And we're not going to do the caravan. We're done with Far Watch. And we're done for tonight. So I'll be back tomorrow night with the basic challenge. Monday night with the green challenge. So I'll see you one of those, hopefully. And if you like the word, like it, spread the word, because I could use the subscribers and the viewers, and I use people seeing this.